New York City recently demolished a migrant encampment located in the Brooklyn area. This encampment had been set up by a group of migrants who had nowhere else to stay. The city removed the tents and makeshift shelters because officials were concerned about safety, sanitation, and the overall living conditions in the area.
But before we dive in, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest updates. Let's focus on the details here.
City authorities stated that they took this action to protect the health and well-being of both the migrants and the surrounding community. They also mentioned that efforts would be made to find better accommodations for the migrants who had been living there. This demolition is part of the city's ongoing response to the challenges posed by the growing number of migrants arriving in New York City. The city is dramatically shrinking the migrant population at its controversial tent city on Randall's Island while combating rogue encampments and complaints about safety there. About 800 residents were moved out of the massive temporary structure on the Manhattan Isle, or more than 25% of the 3,000 people it can accommodate. Converting part of the island into a migrant encampment has been a source of contention with city families that use the park for sports and leisure activities. The city has placed 30-day limits on shelter for individuals and 60 days for families, forcing some migrants to find other housing. The NYPD and Parks police officers have stormed the area repeatedly to break down the illegal tents and open-air market peddling drugs. The massive tent shelter, which is managed by the City Health Plus Hospital Agency, has also been plagued by a spate of violent incidents, including one where a male migrant was stabbed to death in a dispute in January and a fatal shooting just weeks ago, a lot on the island. City Councilwoman Diana Ayala, who represents Randall's Island and pressed City Hall to slash its migrant population, applauded the action. "We've had issues on the island. Having 3,000 people in such a small space was a problem," Ayala said. "We're happy the city is reducing the population so people are not on top of each other." During Mayor Eric Adams' press briefing Tuesday, he reported that while more than 700 new migrants entered the city system over the past week, more than 1,200 migrants also departed. "Our goal is to find out how we can downsize to smaller locations," Adams said, while discussing complaints about mega shelters in Clinton Hill, Brooklyn. But shrinking the large shelters is a challenge because the migrants have to be relocated elsewhere. Easier said than done because of community opposition to the sites.